But yeah, so we'll just go ahead and get started. So the first thing I'm going to do, obviously, is I'm going to set up for this cutscene skip, so we don't have to watch that. And then I didn't do the splits by level just because there's a lot. Ah. And I was just about to split because I'm so used to individual level splits. And then, of course, we're just going to be doing them in the normal order because there really isn't any difference. Like, there's no real need to do them in any different order. And there's definitely going to be some levels I haven't touched since my initial playthrough of this game. So some levels are going to get a little dicey as to what I'm doing. But that's fine. I keep reaching for my split key. The one thing I'm really interested in seeing with me doing all these stages is because I haven't actually really done any, like I haven't done all of the stages since I first played through. I'm really curious to see just how much better I am at going through some of these levels. Still not going to be perfect. I'm still probably going to die a couple times and may even game over once or twice over the course of this. But we'll see how it goes. I guess technically I did have a streak of playing a bunch of levels back when I was still trying to come up with a solid route for the items, solid route for the items route. So I played a lot of levels just to see which ones were faster, see if there was any to route out. But it's been a while since I've actually like really gone through and played a lot of the levels. A lot of this early game is going to be not the most entertaining to watch, just because it's a lot of vanilla just going around. I guess I could be using impact like I am now. I like how it gives you the paint balloon here. Like, this just does so little. I wish that this had the same sort of strafing that Rat Paper gets. I feel like that would make it a little bit better. But that is just like one of the least useful items in the game. Oh, I don't have bomb. I was just about to damage boost through that. Or iframe. Just use iframes to get through that. But I don't have bomb. Okay, and then after this level, I don't want to go back to the atrium. I want to stay. So I gotta remember to choose that. Back to stage select. And I think when I get to some of the levels that I remember standing out as like, these might be faster, I'll probably make a note of, like, I'll probably talk about those. Because there were quite a few, not so much in the early levels like this, but there were certainly some levels where it was like really close as to if they would be faster. But not in World 1. World 1 being so basic that a lot of it, like the levels that were used for the any percent are just, there really isn't any going to be any faster levels in World 1. Yeah, I'll take stamp. That was close. Doom, doom, doom. Especially a level like this, there's no way this could ever be faster for any percent. Okay. So it took about 10 minutes to do one world. Maybe my estimate of an hour and a half might be a little generous, but there's also not a whole lot of items in World 1 to make use of to speed things up. I'm also not playing with the new controller that I want to. I've been considering changing the controllers, just because the controller I'm using right now has one of those, like, the D-pad where it's just all one button and you just roll around the D-pad, which can make certain inputs get eaten. So what I wanted to do was change to a different controller, but I just didn't bother setting it up for this. So, and the other controller I wanted to use might be considered a cursed controller to use for this. The controller I had in mind is actually the PlayStation Classic controller, like a small original PlayStation controller. It's surprisingly not bad, and I was messing with it. It might be better in, like, for me personally, just because the D-pad is it's like separate buttons, so I don't risk rolling the same buttons on accident when trying to move and do stuff. That's the main thing I'm trying to stop, is like extra inputs or incorrect directional inputs. This is one of the levels where, originally when I was testing it, it seemed like I could do it faster than some of the levels in World 2. So this was a level I was looking at as being a replacement, but ended up not happening because I think it still ended up just being slower. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. This is another one where, so this was a level that I was like, this very well could be faster, but it was like faster by like maybe a second. Like, for my best possible time I got while messing with this level, I got to be a second faster than whatever level I was trying to replace it with. And ultimately I decided not to do it because even though it was faster, if like my best possible run made it only a second faster, then it means that it's only faster if you played perfectly. In which that case there's no real, yeah, it's faster, but with perfect execution it's faster. It's a little bit dodgy. I'm just gonna do the 100% because I'm close to it anyway. And then any level like this where you have to double back, these are never ideal in an early level because we have no way of quickly doing 2 colors at a time, like with wrap paper or anything like that. The stamp here does make it like possible, but everything's so cramped that you don't even get maximum value out of using the stamp. If we had wrap paper, then it'd be a different story. We could do like an all stages like New Game Plus where you have all of the items. I think wrap paper and paint burst would have the most value. Like by far, they'd bring the most value. Just incredibly convoluted path. Get away. Rat paper. I don't know how many times I'm probably going to be visiting the shop in-game for this over the course of this. Nope. Ah. Messed that up. Thankfully, like, all I'm doing here is max power and impact, which don't have a whole lot of, like, late game. These won't get utilized nearly as much, so I don't have to worry about replenishing those. I messed that up. Nope. Go up here. Do 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 do. Do do do. Do 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 do. I think this was another one I looked at. And then now I can use dash because I've unlocked the next world. So I think I will... Now that I have dash, does that really make any of these ones faster? Well, it does mean I don't really have to use max power. I also just... yeah. And I just did it again because of how I spawned. Okay. That was incredibly tragic. No, I messed that up. There we go. Okay. Oops. The game knows my thinking. Okay. Okay, so understandably that's a bit longer, but that's whatever. Once we get to some of the better worlds with better items, it won't matter as much, because we can just speed through a bunch of it. I think this was also another level where I considered whether or not this would be a faster level. Because it's like relatively small, so it seems like in theory you could do it pretty fast. But I think it was just that the items we have accessible to us just didn't facilitate the amount of speed needed to make it better. Because it's not just about like the items we have access to, it's also about the items that are in the level and then the percentage meter that it requires. And so it's like some items that we have access to could make certain things faster, like certain levels faster, but doesn't necessarily mean that they're better just because some of the items accessible naturally in the level would be better. Oh, not what I meant to do. Oh, I forgot that there's these. Yeah. This was a level that used to be in the route. But despite it being just a straight line with us having access to dash like this, it still is not faster because of the fact that you have to double back. If this was like a single color and we didn't have to go back over these, then this would absolutely be like one of the fastest. But since we have to go back through to change the color again, it's not faster. But we used to think it was faster, and so it used to be in the run. But when I started doing runs, I spent a while rerouting all of the levels to figure out which ones were actually faster, and that's why like a lot of my early times improved so much, was because I was just using the route that everyone else was using, and then I spent some time actually like playing through the levels and comparing times I was getting while just messing around to the times I had through my actual runs, and found that I was much faster at some levels than others, and then compared like my best times, and I just kept like live split open as I just played through more and more levels to figure out which ones I was actually completing faster. And then I found that a lot of levels that were used at the time were also mostly from the item-less route. So like levels were picked because they had items already in the levels that were useful, and so there really wasn't a whole lot of like item-specific routing done. And so I spent a bit of time just messing around, routing levels, figuring out timings to see which levels were actually faster. Okay. I think this was also another level I looked at. I looked at almost... A lot of what I did is I kept a spreadsheet of levels, their percentage that they needed to complete, and then what item was naturally in the level itself. And I used that to help decide what levels to look into, like what levels had high percentage that were still in the run, what levels had just bad items in them that were still in the run. And then that's what I looked at initially, and then I compared my fastest times, and then I just played through some of the levels like very roughly and saw how long it took me to complete them just in a rough run through, and then timed how long it would take me to use an item, and then I just started messing around with what items I had and trying to like find an actual path. And then that's where I decided on what levels were faster. Just a lot of like timing research. I think I still have the spreadsheet that I used to track everything, but it's mostly like my ramblings. Like a lot of it isn't Like, it's just a bunch of random numbers and stuff. No, let me out. Almost reached for my split key again. Oh, another thing that contributed to my time coming down was while I was doing all the routing, it just the general, like, the level of my play increased as I was messing with everything, as you would expect. And so a lot of my improvement just came from how many times I was just playing through not only the game, but every single level. Which is why I think now if someone were to go back and do the old itemless run with the level of play that there is now, I think that one could easily come down. This is a level that I do not like. It's a pretty simple layout, but it's just obnoxious. I don't know how else to describe it other than just obnoxious. Definitely gonna have to buy some more dashes soon. Ah, messed up the jump. That's the one I haven't really touched in a long time. And then this is a cursed level. This also used to be in the run. Which again, you'd think, oh, it's a giant square, that's perfect, you have dash. But it also has undos, which makes it not great. This was another level that was considered for a while. But it was another one of those where it was faster if I was able to do everything like perfectly. And then even then, it was only slightly faster if I remember right. Yo, thanks for the good luck. So far, it's been going okay. I haven't had anything drastic happen, but it's definitely showing that some of these levels I haven't touched since my original playthrough. Actually, we can just dash. Oh, or maybe not. My original estimate for this was going to be like an hour and a half, but it's definitely looking like it's probably going to be closer to 2 hours. Mostly because, well, early levels can't really be sped up all that much. So I'm expecting once I get to World 8 and 9, things are just going to like go by super fast. Once I can actually use some of the better items that do actually speed things up. Maybe even in World 5. Once I have the stamp, I think things will get a whole lot better. Rat paper strafing is so good. Very handy. And then I saw... Where am I going? I'm missing something. What the heck? Oh. Oh, I'm dumb. Ignore me, I am big dumb. So now I have access to one of the best items, but I actually don't really want to use it here because it doesn't do us a whole lot in this level. I like how they give you impact as like the item of choice when impact on this level isn't even good. Like, impact is not good for straight lines. And now my level is littered with impacts. Impacts that I don't want. This is one of the levels that when I was originally looking into making a new route for the items, I was playing through this level and I was using the stamp from like the items menu, completely like not knowing that it isn't even available when you're at this world normally. The only reason I have access to it right now is obviously because I completed the world, so I have access to the items from the later world. And then the last one of this. Another cursed one. This is still a level I would like to route out, just because this level is just not good. I just do not like this level. Okay. And I'm actually going to buy some more dash. Just a random amount. No, do not give me that. Do not give me that cursed item. Do 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 do. What? Okay, game. Just don't let the rat paper hurt him, I guess. That's fine. There's another one that used to be in the run. It can still be done pretty quickly, but it's definitely not one of the faster ones you could do in this world. This is what I replaced it with, because this one is pretty fast. Oh. I got owned. No. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's rat paper here. Yeah. Yeah. No. I am definitely wasting time by doing this, but... Yeah, the game's soundtrack is definitely insanely good. A friend of mine used to solely pick his speed games based on if it was a soundtrack he could bother listening to for hundreds of hours at a time. Like if it wasn't a soundtrack he liked, he would not want to run the game. Which makes sense. If you're gonna have to listen to the game's music for a substantial amount of time, you better like it. I just barely grazed that. And that's why I should have used my other controller for this, to try and avoid those sorts of messed up inputs. Oh, no! I got on this. I got stuck on that tile. Tried to jump on a no jump allowed tile. Now there is. To be careful here. Last thing I want to do is game over. There were hidden tiles, so I'm trying to figure out how you're supposed to get down to that lower area, because it's been a while. Oh, the game actually, okay. For a second there I thought that that was going to be a forced death. Are you kidding me? Okay, thank Lordy. Yeah, definitely my hour-and-a-half estimate was definitely overzealous. Lordy lord. Are you kidding me? Get out of my way. It... Oh... It just suddenly changed and owned me so hard because of it. I could just abuse iframes from Bomb for these sorts of things. And probably should have been. But oh well. You live and you learn. Nope, not what I wanted to do. Oop. I know there said there are hidden tiles. But where are said tiles? Oh well. What? I got baited. But I mentioned at the beginning, there was no routing or practice or anything done for the levels that aren't normally in the any percent. So if you were expecting some like high level practice where I knew exactly what I was going to do ahead of time, that is not this. I came into this with just wanting to see what a run would look like, and that is pretty much it. I was also curious as to how long it would even take me to do this. Because I only had ballpark ideas as to what I think a time would be. And that's why my estimate was so incredibly far off. I also pressed the wrong thing. But now it does mean that I have the wrap paper. And I guess, well, earlier I mentioned that I don't think that what order you do the levels in would make any sort of difference. But I think if completing the world unlocks the other items in the later worlds, then I think it might actually mean that you might want to do some thinking. Because if you can, like, in this case specifically, like unlocking wrap paper, that is huge for how fast you can do some of the levels. So if you can like save some levels where wrap paper would do so much, and have those be the ones that you do after you unlock the next level, then it would be. That's where I could see the influence of that come into play. Same with like Paint Burst. Paint Burst is another one where I'm sure that would impact a lot of things depending on when you would unlock it. Oh, was that facing down gave me access to that, didn't it? Maybe? Yeah, it is. And so far I've already had to do one stop by the store. Okay. Now we go to World 6. And then I also did, at the start of the stream, I did Doper's first anniversary level pack. Those ones are pretty good. They actually turned the atrium into a level, which I thought was a unique idea. It was pretty fun to play through like the overworld as a level itself. Oh, I forgot those guys do an explosion. Oh boy, I haven't had to do this stage in a long time. Haven't had to actually use Super Jump in quite some time. Oh, that's right, you can't replace it. Okay. It's so crazy how useful and like kind of overpowered wrap paper is. Not that I'm gonna complain though. You can definitely tell what levels are done in the any percent. Just because of how, like, there's actual strats that I'm using. Totally intended strats. No, don't give me that. We do not appreciate garbage. That was very close. Boom, boom, boom. I just jumped right on that. Where is the key? Okay, I'll definitely stop at the store after this one. Restock on stuff. I'm gonna buy lives just because I can. Buy some of those. We'll just max those back out. That was real dicey with that guy coming real close to me. I think this was another level that I looked into routing to see if it would be faster than any other level in this world. Oops. Thought I had another wrap paper. Wait, what? Oh, there's more on the other side. Oh, it wraps around the whole thing. That's tricky. Okay. Not a fan of that level. Okay, so I think I have to flip that switch back. Am I missing something? I mean, I certainly am, but I'm not seeing what I'm messing up. Because going down there and flipping the switch just brings it to the lower position, but being down there just brings it back to the upper position. Oh, I think I see. I get it, I get it. Just had to use my brain for a second there. not what I wanted to do. Oops. Okay. Okay. We're nearing the final stretch. These next couple worlds should just be easy. A lot of paint burst spamming gonna be happening. And then I'll probably, after this world, stock up on more rat paper and paint burst. And then probably one more time before the final world. It's looking more like 2.5 hours might be the more logical estimate. I died as the bonus phase started. Haven't had that happen before. No, that'll just get me killed, even if I damage boost through it. But hold on. I don't know. I mean, I'll take it. I don't remember what the angle is for this. Thankfully, attempts don't kill you. Surely... You can use the left and right bumper to... What? Okay, that is something I did not know about. That is very peculiar that that's... I did not know about that. It doesn't seem like, well, it makes a sound, like it has its own unique sound, so I wonder if it is intentional. But it is definitely funny that that's just a thing that you can do. Well, perfected the level, I guess. I'll take this. That's also a very peculiar one. Hidden tiles are located on this. Oh, not what I wanted. Sure, I'll take that. Nope, I accidentally went back. Okay. We'll stop and pick up some more items. One hope I have is that the next update just gives you a purchase all button. Like, if you have the amount of gems to do it, I want a button that just lets me buy everything and max it all out so I don't have to listen to that noise. What? That guy just jumped into the void. Yo, what's up, Doper? I actually checked out your anniversary pack at the beginning of this stream. Pretty good levels. I really liked the Atrium one. I'll definitely need to actually check out more custom levels because I have not looked into very many of them. I also haven't even really messed with the level editor thing myself. Also, this level... I know there's probably something like with these jump pads that you can make it go a lot faster if you just use those. But I also don't trust myself to not fall off the map by using them. Wow, I got sniped. These guys really want me. Oh boy, this dreaded level. Yeah, so I'm just doing a, not necessarily a casual all levels, or all stages, whatever you want to refer to it. But I haven't actually routed out anything specifically, so it is still a mix of like actual strats from the any percent mixed in with some I have no idea what's happening for like what's optimal for some of these. Like right now, I haven't had to do this level in the speedrun in a while, so I don't even remember the pathing. So it's a lot of stuff like that. My original estimate was an hour and a half. As you can obviously tell, that has not happened. I will warn you, if you watch back my stream to see me play through your levels, I did not do good. I definitely did not V-rank everything, but I wanted to play all the levels to check them out, just to see what they were like, and they were pretty good. I may go back through and try to actually, like, properly finish everything. Get not terrible ranks on all of them. Yeah, it was really good. It actually made me want to look into doing the stage editor stuff myself, just to see what I could do. I've admittedly not been very, like, creative with a lot of tools like this. Like, even with Mario Maker, I did not make any good stages in Mario Maker. I loved Mario Maker, it was a lot of fun, but I never made anything, like, actually good in Mario Maker. I'm just not creative enough to come up with interesting ideas. Most of what I made in Mario Maker were just, I went and ported a bunch of the World E levels from the GBA version, and I just remade those in Mario Maker. That's like the extent of what I've done with creative things, is just make other people's work. What? Oh. No. That's kind of evil. Where am I going? Wrong path. Oh, did I screw myself out of this? Yeah. So hard to tell when to jump. There we go. Okay, thankfully I didn't game over again. Yeah, it is certainly proven to be the better of me, that's for sure. Nope, didn't mean to jump back onto that. Did I miss something? Oh no, I'm dumb. I know what's going on. It's been going for so long that I'm losing my mind. Do, 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 do. Wasn't what I meant to press, but I will just do that anyway. I did not pay attention to where that did something. Oh, right there. Yeah. Well, we're gonna see how things shape out. Like I had mentioned earlier in the stream, I had done no practice, no routing for this, so anything that's happening is just all on the fly, because I haven't done all of the levels since a year ago. I'm going to hold off on grabbing that until I know for certain that it is required. Until my progress is absolutely impeded by not having super jump. Well, never mind. I accidentally picked it up. Okay, that did not work like how I thought it would. There we go.
We change the world a little bit so that we can fit into it. It tries to digest the foreign matter that suddenly comes in.
Nope.
We all have that ability. I'd like to cross into another world. Want to try it? Take my hand.
This level is a whole lot. Holy moly. I had to check a text on my phone. Yeah, the bucket kind of trivializes a lot. Okay, and then I'm going to stop by the store for the third and final time and just stock up on stuff. I won't need 99 of them, but I figure might as well just grab a bunch. I messed the jump up. I wanted to choose. I think I missed one tile. Yeah, I did. All right. 2 hours, 38 minutes, and 56 seconds. Not exactly a very impressive time, especially because my estimate was an hour and a half, but